I hear the voices inside my head, the voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog, we fighting above the law.
There we go. Okay. No, it's not just you guys. It wasn't letting me add myself to the stream. Hey, Miss Wednesday. Hey, Mr. Positive. Hey, Julie. Hey, Sam I Am. Hey, Donna. Hey, Mary. Hey, Brandolyn. Julie. Hey, Shell. Hello, Frockby. Hey, everyone. Hey, Dalen. Hey, Holly. Hey, Juby. Okay, hey, everyone. I'll give it a minute here. Right, I've got to mute for 1 second because I'm trying to pull up. I got about half of, Critical K's call from Grandma's friend, who is, well, Benny actually figured it out who it is, and there's no mistake in the voice for Sherry, so that's who it is, and I'm going to try and pull this up because Mr. Sherry's not here right now, so I got to try and figure this out. So just give me a minute here while I pull it up so I can play it for you guys and kind of go through what Don's thoughts and opinions were as well as mine on it. Give me 1 minute, guys. Okay, I think I've got it. 1 minute here. Does the first name start with S? No. Critical K's. Oh, yeah, the first name. Yeah, it's Sherry. Like, no mistake in it. Some of you know her voice. Hey, Carla. Hey, Miss Wednesday, everybody. Daylin. Everla. Sam I Am. Donna. Hey, everybody. All right, just 1 more minute, guys. I think I figured it out here. Sorry. I've never actually tried to do this on my own yet. Thank you, Kay. And you shouldn't. I think we all, meanwhile, people's emotions are just running high. But I think we all want the same thing in the end. You know, we all want answers. We all want summer home. So we just all have different ways of going about it, I guess. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, guys. So we're going to try this here. Forgive me. Okay, so we're going to kind of go through this. I did have to, I sped it up because it's like 44 minutes of just bullshit, really. So um, I have it on high speed, and that way I know she tried to strike people. I know she tried to strike Benny, and YouTube said, sorry, your copyright strike doesn't work for this. It's allowed to be played on YouTube. So I did kind of speed it up anyway to mess with it a little because that's what she was claiming. They didn't even mess with it at all. It's my content, blah, blah, blah. So we're gonna see if I can get it up here and go through it. I'm sure all of you have heard it, but
want to be completely anonymous. We're not using any names here. I don't know who you are. You called me from an unknown number, so I don't know who you are. You're a complete stranger to me. However, you have been talking to Grandma Candus for quite some time now.
Yes.
Okay, and I guess you gained her trust, right?
Yes.
And this past Wednesday night, she said to you, I should have said something when it happened. And she told you she wanted to get something off her chest, right?
Yes. We FaceTimed that night.
You FaceTimed that night. And she blocked you sometime after the FaceTime, right?
Yes. Sometime between 10:30. Well, we talked to 10:39, sometime between 10 and 12 o'clock. When I got ready to tell her good night, I was blocked.
Okay. So walk me through what she told you, and then we'll sort of backtrack and we'll go into some of the things that she said prior to Wednesday night's confession. She told you how the day, so walk me through it. How did the day begin? What did she say?
She said that she had an appointment at the doctor's office, which is over by the hospital or in the hospital. She went over there when Candace was taking her. Candace and Summer was going to take her to the hospital for a doctor's appointment that morning.
Uh-huh.
Well, that was over there. She went in. Her mom, Candace walked in with her mom to the hospital. Okay, then of course she had to wait. So Candace went back out. Her mom was assuming she was in the truck in the parking lot. But Hunter called her while she was sitting in the parking lot and asked her what she was doing. Hunter didn't know she was in town. So she told Hunter where she was at. Well, since it was taking so long for Grandma to be at the doctor's, Hunter wanted to go with her, asked her if she would come pick him up. Well, they went and picked her up, kind of picked Hunter up. I'm a little bit nervous, but went and picked Hunter up and went back to the hospital. At that time, Grandma was done because Grandma called and told her that she was done, so they went and picked up Grandma. Well, Grandma had to get some medicine, so they got the medicine off her, the prescription off her, and it's going to take a while. So it was hot out. So when Candace said, well, I'll just take her down there and let her swim for a little bit until the medicine's done. At that lake, which wherever they went swimming, at the pond or swimming hole. Uh-huh. Okay. After that, she swam, and I asked her, Grandma said, well, did Summer ever hit anything on these rocks? I said, I heard people say that. She said, no, Summer did not hit her head at all. I said, oh, okay. So she said after they swam and everything, she said they got back in the truck, her, Candace, Hunter, and Summer. Well, Summer was cold, so she put on that outfit that she had in the truck for her. All right. Summer said she was not feeling good. So she reached over there was a bottle of orange pop or something in the truck. Summer reached over and took her drink. Grandma got out there and said, no, Summer, don't drink that. That's been in here for a while. Well, she put it back down. Okay. Then Grandma gave her a little bottle of water, a mini water, she said. Okay. And Summer kept saying she did not feel good. And she fell asleep. That milk was sitting there. And I guess she just fell over on the milk, Grandma said. And then they took, well, in the meantime, they stopped in stores and got cigarettes and and whatever they was drinking, and done that stuff. Okay, that's where they got to the pond or the lake. All right, then they dropped Turner off. Well, that big lady, I call her. Oh, I'm bored. I can say that big lady, mom. She said on TV, I heard her say that she went out to the truck and said that she wanted to see Summer. Well, she didn't. According to Grandma, that lady did not come out to that truck. Okay, after they dropped Turner off, they went home. Back to where they lived. All right. Then Grandma thinks that Candus talked to Don at that lake. She don't know for sure because she was on the phone taking pictures, and her mouth was moving. She don't know if she's talking to Summer or talking to Don. Now she thinks she's talking to Don because when they got home, she dropped Grandma off. Grandma was in her trailer because she's tired and her knee was hurting. Went in her trailer to lay down. Candus did not fix nothing on her leg. They got her at the hospital. She just went in and laid down because she was tired. Okay. Candus said that she was going to go meet Don because they was going to see if Summer was to take Summer to the hospital. She's bad enough to take Summer to the hospital. When Grandma went in and laid down, Candus used her truck, and Summer was still in the truck. Summer did not get out of the truck at the house. So she took off in the truck, and this is around 3:30 or going to, she said she only was close to 4. She knows it's around 3:30 because they got home a little after 3. And Candus had the boys take the milk in the house. All right? And what little bit of brushes they got. Okay. Candus took that out. Said she was going to go meet Don to see if, she was bad enough to take to the hospital. Because, Don's got to prove of everything.
Right.
So,
right.
Well, she did say it. And it's in them texts, too. That Don's got to prove. Everything anybody does, Don's got to prove it. But, so she met, I guess she met Don. Grandma said she met Don to see if, they was going to take her to the hospital. Well, that was the last time the Grandma seen Summer. Was when her daughter left the driveway on her way to meet Don to take Summer to the hospital. Man, what else?
So Candus comes back at 5:30.
Oh, yeah, Candus comes back around, she said 5:30. She thinks it's around 5:30. She was still laid down. She did not see Candus get out of the truck, so she don't know if Candus and Summer was there or not. She did not see her. Because when she pulls up, the truck door is facing her daughter's house, so she could not see, if Summer was there or not. Because Summer was too short anyway. But she did not see them get out of the truck. So she just went on in the house, I guess. Her daughter went on in the house. Okay. The next thing, she was still laying there. She dozed off, she said. She was still laying there. Okay. The next thing she knows, her daughter's coming out here screaming, I can't find Summer. I can't find Summer.
And Don was not there.
No, Don was not there at that time. Don did not come. And she said that her daughter called Don to tell Don that Summer's missing, which you probably already knew it anyway. But anyway, she called Don. So called 911 first. She said, Mom called Don to see what Don was. But you got to prove it, remember. So Don said Don told Candus to call 911. She don't know why Don, if he did, call 911. He said he did, but Grandma said she don't know if he did or not. But Candus called 911 and said she was gone. Well, Don showed up a little bit after that.
And did Grandma Candus elaborate on Summer's symptoms at all? Did she just said she didn't feel good and was sleepy?
She said she did not feel good and she was sleepy. She just wanted, and she thought she was just sleeping because of swimming. And said she wanted to sleep, and she was the one who took that picture. Grandma was.
Grandma's the one that took the picture. Okay.
Yeah, and they just assumed how you fall asleep and fall over. That's what they thought happened because the milk was sitting there.
But did Grandma Candus say when Summer was swimming she seemed fine? She didn't seem sick or anything?
Oh no, she didn't seem sick at all. She said she was out there herself, jumping around.
She didn't get sick until she got out of the swimming hole and got in the truck?
That's when she got tired sleeping. Grandma said when they got in the truck, Summer was thirsty. She went there and got that orange pop was sitting in the truck or laying in the truck, whatever. She took a drink of it. Grandma turned around and yelled at her and told her, no, Summer, don't drink that. It's been here for a couple of days. Okay? I guess Summer put the lid on and threw it back over there. Grandma gave her one of those meaty waters she said to drink. And Summer was sick. So Summer didn't get sick until she drank that orange pop.
And you said that Grandma Candus speculated to you that Don, and I wrote it down because I think it's really significant that Don told her to call 911, and then Don probably told her what they needed to do to cover up whatever happened.
Yes, that's what Grandma said. And she said that, I wrote it down, so let me see what it was. She said she should have said she should have said something when it happened.
She said to you that she should have said something, meaning she should have given this version to the police?
Yeah, she told, I guess, the police or whoever when it happened.
Why didn't she? Did she say?
I don't know. She didn't say why she didn't get to him.
Grandma Candus also said to you that Don was keeping Candus away from the public because he's afraid she's going to say something more than she should.
I asked her one in text. I said, where's your daughter? Why don't she come out there anymore? I said, she'll never come out there. I said, last time I seen her, she looked so sad. She said that Don would not let her come out and say nothing because he's afraid that she's going to F up.
And Grandma also said that he's in total control and that he's told. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
He's in control. Everybody's got to get approved from Don when they do anything.
And that he's told a lot of lies.
Yeah, that's all he does is lie.
And she's afraid that he's going to somehow try to pin this on Candus.
Yeah, that's in the text too. Yeah, who's trying to text me? Yeah, he said he was afraid that Don. She's afraid that Don is going to blame
Candus somehow. Yeah.
blame.
But Grandma Candus also said she thinks the plan was to have Candus call Don and claim, "Oh my God, Summer's missing."
Yes, and then this is what Grandma thinks. Grandma thinks that they talked, and they knew that I don't know that something's wrong with Summer, but they was going to try to get rid of Summer. She thinks that Candace and Don talked on the phone about it, and that's the reason why she left as soon as she got Grandma home.
And Grandma thinks that Candace and Don were talking while they were at the swimming hole.
Yes, because she don't know if she was talking or if she was talking to, because she had the phone there. Well, we know she's taking pictures, but she don't know if she was talking to anybody or not.
And you also said that Hunter had to have known that Summer wasn't feeling well because Summer said it. Summer said it in the truck, right?
Right. Hunter knew that she wasn't feeling good, and Hunter should have known that Grandma yelled at her for that pop drinking, that orange pop and stuff, but he didn't say nothing about that. Okay, here's that text. She said, I know. I said, oh, well, I ain't going to be watching it. I told her, I wouldn't say nothing. I know, but he makes her do this dumb shit. I think he's trying to get her in trouble with the law with Summer going missing. Thank you for not saying anything about me. That's what the text was.
Uh-huh. I'm just reading my notes here. I'm sorry. And for clarification, this is Grandma Candus's truck, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And the way she parks her truck in front of her camper is at the door side. She said it's facing the house, so she wouldn't see nobody if she was even at the door going in the house.
Oh, now I know where I wanted to go. I want to go into Summer's symptoms because I think that that's really important. She told you that Summer was cold. She had the chills.
Yeah, she came out and she said she was not feeling good and she was cold.
So she was cold, and Candace happened to have a warmer outfit.
Yes, an outfit. She said that Summer was going to wear that to school, but she never took it out of the truck yet. So she went ahead and put that outfit on her because she was cold.
And so they get back in the truck. Summer states she's not feeling well. She takes a drink of a very old, some substance in an orange pop bottle.
Yes.
And was she shivering? Did Grandma?
Grandma didn't say nothing about that.
She didn't say anything about that.
She was cold and said she was sick.
And Summer eventually sort of keels over onto the milk jugs.
Yeah, that's what Grandma said. Grandma said when she fell asleep, she just fell over on the milk jugs.
And Grandma never again saw her after that.
When they dropped Grandma off, when Candace dropped Grandma off, her daughter Candace and Summer was in the truck. She told Grandma she had to go meet Don to see if Don wants to take her to the hospital. Mm-hmm. That's the last time she ever seen Summer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So let's circle back around. So she told you that this has been eating her alive and she needed to tell someone?
She wanted to get it off her chest. It's going to bother her. She had nobody that she could trust to talk to. But now she got me and made me mad because I didn't do that to her. So I told her she could trust me. I know I lied, but I admit it. But I wanted to know what Summer was. I did lie and told her she could trust me and everything. And I did talk to her over my trying to get her trust so that she did whatever to Summer.
Let me take you back to Wednesday night. Do you think she was being honest with you?
Well, from the way that people is, I don't know because she was crying and upset. And the way she seemed on when we FaceTime, to me it seemed real, the way she acted.
Why hasn't she told this version to the police? Is she afraid of Don and Candace?
She's afraid of Don because she said that Don might sell her stuff or get rid of her camper and stuff, and she needs that stuff, but she got to live. Is that camper? And but I asked about the other one. When she talked to that other woman, she said, that was not me. Somebody hacked my Facebook. And I'm thinking to myself, you're going to say the same thing about me if I say anything. But nobody hacked your Facebook, honey.
No. Yeah, no, nobody's hacked your Facebook. So promptly after telling you this, you go back, you had FaceTimed her, you went back to text her, and she had blocked you.
Right, but I text her every night since we've been talking. We text every night and every morning, say good morning, and I was going to tell her good night, take care, and all that stuff, and I'll chat with her in the morning.
I mean, and obviously you feel that this is all very, this is kind of a big deal because these claims about going to the hospital and transferring Summer from Candus to Don, or the two of them meeting, and we have a 2-hour window now where, well, a 2-hour plus window, because if Candus handed Summer off to Don and then Don did whatever, I guess I need to know when Don eventually showed back up. Do we know that? When did he show back up to the house?
He showed up, okay. Whenever Candus called 911.
So,
and she already called Don. Okay, Don, was on his way home. Well, whatever. There was a police car there in the driveway. I think she's in the driveway. When Don showed up, there was only one police car.
And see, so that's significant because time frames and timelines are very important. So are we talking, we're only talking maybe 2.5 hours then from when Candus dropped Grandma Candus off and went and met Don with a sleeping, potentially passed out Summer. Sick Summer, passed out. The milk jugs are gone by now though, because the boys have gotten the milk jugs and the boys took the milk jugs into the house.
Right.
Did Grandma Candus tell you what Summer did when they took the milk jugs away? Did she move? Did she wake up? Was she limp? Did she say?
Yeah, because when they dropped Grandma went on in the trailer, said she was tired.
She was laying down. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But have the boys ever said what Summer's condition was?
She really didn't say much about the boys, except, she hoped Candus gets the boys back and they had to go to CPS Thursday for a court hearing for the boys. She really never talked about the boys, except that she hopes Candus gets them back. She said, she needs to get away from Don so she can get her boys back. I said they had a court hearing for CPS Thursday. Yesterday.
They had, okay. And because this is important, I want to go back to this. Grandma Candus thinks that Don is trying to get Candus in trouble for whatever happened. She feels like she can see him doing that, throwing Candus under the bus for whatever happened to Summer, right?
Right, because in her text, she said, I know that he makes her do this dumb shit. I think he's trying to get her in trouble with them all for Summer. And
I asked you if Grandma had ever said to you whether Candus takes any substances. And
go ahead,
she said what? Grandma Candus said what?
I'll get going. I'll answer if you get done.
Did Grandma Candus ever tell you if Candus ever used any substances?
She told me she used to be on meth. She said she heard that phone call that her daughter made to somebody and said her daughter's so messed up that she thinks she's back on meth. Now, I don't know if that's what she said. I think Don, wait, let me rephrase that. I think Don's got her back on meth. Let me rephrase that.
Well, I mean, it's understandable. Grandma Candus, this is her daughter. She loves her daughter. And you,
All right, so the rest of that call is just, it's all hearsay bullshit, really. But it just goes on to basically everything that we've already heard on basically everyone's channel. And no, I do not believe any of that, because why would Grandma, if she doesn't want her daughter to take the fall or get in trouble, she's literally incriminating her daughter. Also, I want to remind people that this family thinks pranks and shit are funny. So while I don't believe in her Facebook pages being hacked and everything, do I think it's possible either Dawn or Candus could get onto her Facebook? Maybe. I don't know. And I say that because I don't know. We see they think pranks are funny. I do know and have seen for myself that Grandma does talk to some people on Facebook Messenger. So maybe she is talking, but she definitely incriminated her daughter in that then as well. And the part where whoever this is, if it's Sherry or not Sherry, whoever it is, says Candus isn't allowed to go anywhere or be in public, and she can't talk because Dawn is afraid that she's going to fuck something up and say something. I can tell you guys 1,000% that's not fucking true. I know that Candus goes where she wants, when she wants. In fact, she's at the prayer circles 99% of the time without Don being there, because Don's usually at work. So no, I don't believe that's true. Plus, I know that there's times where we all know Candace didn't want him talking to me. So there's times where she would leave, go wherever, and he would get on the phone with me and to record, and then she would come home and start cussing him out and everything. So again, she's leaving on her own free will. I just don't see that when people say that. I have witnessed and experienced for over a month now something completely different than he is that controlling of her. I just haven't witnessed that really yet. I think Candace would whoop his ass, honestly, but that's just my opinion. Emma Can Crime Stories Obsessed has leaked some photos of DNC throwing Summer down a well in Rogersville. What? No, because that should have gone to like TBI immediately instead of on YouTube then. You know what I'm saying? Now, Friday I did a show and it was interviewing Jay for Justice podcast. It wasn't Summer Wells related, and Don was not impressed with me for using my platform to not talk about him and the lies. So he was calling in and texting during that live stream actually with Jay for Justice, because he really wanted me to go after Trish for her evil lies and stuff like that, and was upset. So then I was like, well, hold on a minute. This is not Don's channel. This is my channel. This isn't even a Summer Wells channel. You know what I'm saying? But when I deep dive into a case, I really spend all my time and focus onto one case at a time. So that's why for however long it's been that. And before that, it was all Watts, because I focus my time and energy to one case at a time so I can dig as deep as possible, if that makes sense. And then when I feel like there's nothing more I can do or to it, for me, myself, I move on to another case. Thank you. So I then took Saturday and Sunday away. I had a show scheduled yesterday and was like, no, I just didn't really want to do it. And there was a lot of stuff going on, Don kind of freaking out a little over the weekend because Equusearch was there. So I think he was anxious. And I know Equusearch got there like Thursday, and by Friday, like mid-morning, Don was texting and saying like, I just saw Dave Radar, and he wasn't really impressed even on Friday, but ever since that, it's like, in my opinion, I saw him more anxious throughout the entire weekend. So I wanted to hold off, because while Equusearch was there, like yesterday, I know he had gone out searching, Don said. So I'm not sure if he was out with Equusearch or just kind of on his own yesterday, or how that was going about. But yeah, he was anxious all weekend, and then a little upset that I did a show that wasn't about, the Wells stuff. So I just had to take a little breather. So yeah, Equusearch was there they got there like Thursday, I think, evening. And Duty Ron's going on, I think, in about 2 hours from now, and Dave Radar is going to be on there. So they'll tell, I guess, a little bit what they can tell. But yeah, Dave Radar, from what Don had said, Dave Radar had knocked on his door. So I guess they went there from the sounds of it. And then Don had told me, he had just knocked on my door. And then since then he was like, I guess, they weren't too thrilled about the phone call that I played on the live stream a few days before they got there. And I was like, well, no, would you be thrilled about that? So now Don is at a point where he's thankful for Equusearch and thinks that they do a good job. And he wanted to make that known and to thank them for their hard work in searching as well now. So I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, he was out searching yesterday, and I believe they stayed till dark yesterday, Equusearch searching. Yeah, and that's just my opinion, not like freaking out. I could tell that he was very, very anxious that they were there, definitely, very much so. Saturday night, was it Saturday? Yeah, the night before last night. So Saturday night, I woke up on Sunday morning at like 7 in the morning, and I had 7 missed calls from midnight on from Don. So I don't know what was going on, and he had gotten a hold of Benny or whatnot. So he was definitely anxious. I don't know if, you know, hey, much love to you too. I've seen parents get upset with searchers and cops when their kids are missing. I actually have. I watched some stuff back, and I have seen where some families get pissed off at the searchers and stuff because I guess, I mean, we're not in those shoes. I guess we can't really say, but I have seen it where they do get angry, and the parents have been innocent involved in it. It's, I think that their hopes are just so high that they get angry when they're turning up nothing, I think is what it is. Are there search teams looking for her regularly? So no, not regularly. In fact, yeah, he sounded good earlier today. Yeah, he told me he was praying all day today. Stop calling her husband because she's tired of dealing with you. Well, that's awesome. Clearly, you don't know the truth of what's going on, so I'm just gonna keep doing me. She says that until she really wants me to put something out and make sure people know that her mom's not really talking to anybody. So there's that. Thank you, Dolly. Do you all know about Don's statement on Benny's live 15 minutes ago? Yes. Yeah. Chris said Don tried. He did. He did. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? He absolutely did. He texted me and told me, I'm McDumbass won't answer his phone. Ha 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 ha. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing, sir? You know? But yeah, he was pretty upset with me for not going against Trish and her lies. He actually asked me, why do I let Trish lie? And I'm like, Don, I don't control her. I don't even know her. Like, I don't tell her what to say. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't make her say the things she's saying. So I don't know if, yeah, I don't even know. I'm not sure, Donna. Did Don tell you if he showered with Summer? I did not ask that. I didn't ask him that. Do we need anything else from Walmart? Ketchup, babe. And always Pepsi. Yay, finally, you'll be home soon. What did he say? What did he say in Benny's channel? It's really the same, the same stuff. He wants the focus to be back on like the people he is certain kidnapped, that she was kidnapped, and he wants the focus back on that, not on the essay. Yeah, if you go and check it out, I mean, it's really the same stuff he's been regurgitating over and over again. And yeah, about, you know, he promised me, I told him, will you please stop attacking your sisters? Yes. I said, Don, it doesn't look good. Even, let's say you're innocent of everything. That's not helpful. That's not good. You can't do that. You know, oh, I understand. I know. But God damn, Don, stop it. I keep telling him, you put the focus back on Summer. Just completely ignore what's going on with the sisters right now. Back burner. Don't call them, and certainly do not answer their calls and texts, sir, because I do have a problem with that. I got a problem with people going through civil lawsuits and shit, but then is the very people who are still blowing him up on the side. Like, I just do not understand this shit at all. I'm telling you guys, it is so fucked up. Like Jerry Springer couldn't even fix this, okay? Steve couldn't even handle this. Don thinks Benny is awesome. Don looks for summer, nothing else. This is a circus. It is, and I just don't understand. I was never on three-way call with Cher. Who said that? Women siding with perverts and trying to silence the victims. True SA victims would do no such thing. Well, I will call myself a survivor. I don't consider myself a victim, but I've been through it all. So I feel the way I feel, and there's many other women that feel the exact same way as I feel too. I wouldn't be calling the person I claim I'm so afraid of, and texting them and, worried about cartel getting them. I'd probably wish the cartel would get them, to be quite honest. You know what I'm saying? Just the weird shit. I don't even know. Dolly, you are awesome. I have no idea what they're talking about here. A three-way call with me? Yeah, I don't know. People say some wild shit. Just like that, just like the, that hoax shooters from Canada or whatever. And they're trying to like link me and that person together. Oh, coincidence? I think not. I see all those stupid comments. It actually makes me laugh. And people actually messaging Mr. Share about it too. Or people saying and claiming that I've known the Wells for months before Summer even went missing, which is not true. I know people claim I said it, but I don't even know like why they say that, because I wouldn't say that because it's not fucking true. And it can be definitely proven. Is it true Trish claims Don hurt her daughter? If yes, why did she let him near her? Trish's daughter? I don't know. See, I don't really listen to all of it because I just feel like it doesn't really matter in bringing Summer home right now. I think that's a back burner situation, like I've been saying. But no, I do not. Okay, hold on. So isn't Trish Jeannie's daughter? So are we saying now that they're saying that Don essayed Jeannie's daughter Trish, and now Trish's daughter? Am I hearing or understanding this right? Because if that's true, there's a whole other problem going on in my head, and I don't care who hates me, but that is just bullshit. You don't leave your children with someone you know hurt you and essayed you. You don't then go leave your daughter with that person. There's just no way. It doesn't help bring Summer home. So are you still contacting him unless every conversation starts and ends with where's Summer? What use is it? We contact each other. He contacts me quite often. Yeah, I figured that was BS. But now I know where you come from. It is. There is a lot of BS going around YouTube. Do you still think Don knows what happened this summer? Yes, I believe both Candace and Don know. I did. Everyone heard me say that to him, but he didn't. I think I do think that that's a problem why she's so afraid. That's on the call that Don doesn't want her to talk because he's afraid she's gonna fuck up. It's the other way around. Notice that as soon as she looked good to everybody and everyone was after Don, that's when she shut up. And it's not because Don is telling her to, because I'm telling you, I've heard where he's begging her to look united with him and do interviews. Candace is choosing not to do the interviews. It has nothing to do with Don forcing her, saying that she's gonna fuck it all up. Like, if Mr. Share was here, he'd be telling you, yeah, because I mean, we witnessed it all. It's just not true. It's not true at all. If Don was that controlling, I'm telling you, Candace would have been on our channel because Don wanted that. He wanted them to look united and kept like trying to force her to do it, honestly, and she wouldn't. So no, Don does not force her or is worried. If anything, it's vice versa. It's her afraid Donnie is going to fuck it up and does not want him to talk. That's what it is in real life, people, not the other way around. I'm telling you. Summer is not on a trail cam being thrown into a well. Think no wells, haters brought up trail cams. Yeah, and for them to say, "Oh my gosh, we know where Summer is," come watch in a few hours. I think fucking not. So either they didn't give that tip to law enforcement, because if it was a real thing, then law enforcement obviously wouldn't want that out right now, right? Because we wouldn't want people getting a tip and being able to go and move, right? So no, absolutely not. That's going to happen. Or they did give that tip when they heard this shit and it led to nowhere. And so now they're using it on YouTube saying, "Oh my God, we know where Summer is." So which is it? Either you gave the tip and it led nowhere and y'all know it, or you didn't and just put it all over YouTube. Like, no, sorry, not true. You can call it flip-flopping if you want to. I don't give a shit. I call it getting information, whether it be true or false. That's not up to me to figure out. It's just up to me to put out shit that's not, filtered through 10 other people who got it from a friend of a friend of a friend. So if you want to call it flip-flopping, you can call it that. I don't care anymore. If you change your mind about Don's guilt, it seems like it. I'm lost. No. I still believe that they know more. Oh, I did not change my mind. And I've never changed my mind. But for some reason, Don doesn't like that I think that about him. He doesn't want me to think this way. So you lied about saying, unless he tells you where Summer is, you don't want to contact him. Why say that? I said it was in his best interest not to contact me until he does the right thing, right? So he knows. He knows that. He's the one contacting me. In fact, that night, as soon as I ended the live, he called me. So don't you worry about it. But thank you. Thanks for the $5. The boys were taken away because of body lice. Yeah, and I don't know how much I believe all that either, because again, those are supposed to be sealed files for 3 minors. So I could see how some of it would be true, but I mean, I don't know. Because another thing too, if it's the Wells case, why is it in the boys' case mentioning Hunter's name? Like, it doesn't make sense that on their case it would say stuff about Hunter, if that makes sense. So I don't really know what to believe there. Yay! CPS doesn't let stuff out like that. I doubt it. Yeah, because somebody would be losing their job and a whole lot of schooling and money into that schooling just flushed right down the toilet for a YouTube channel that just started like a week or two ago. So that makes no sense to me either. Okay, Mr. Pearson.
Howdy, peeps.
Yeah, that would be huge because when people get assigned to a case, so they're gonna know, they'll be able to really quick pick out who it was. So I would honestly take that shit with a grain of salt and not necessarily believe it all, because I feel like it'd be a separate thing where it would be talking about Candace having some affair with Hunter. I just don't think that would be in Josie and Wyatt's files. It just doesn't. That would be a whole separate file between Hunter and Candace. It could say his mom had maybe a sexual relationship with a minor, but it wouldn't name Hunter in it. Tammy, love you. Tammy says hi, baby. Hey, Jay. You'd be amazed what people will say and do to get famous. You know, and I talked to Dawn about that. I said, you know, if you're worried about going to prison, you know, your people know you, you know, maybe he was afraid. Everyone hears that call. You hear him kind of being afraid of prison, even though he'll say, I'm not afraid, I'm institutionalized. No, you're afraid because he's told me he's afraid, because if he goes to prison over a child thing, people don't like that. He's told me that. So he's aware of that. And I always tell him that, you know, you're somebody now. You'll maybe get treated special in prison, but make sure you do the right thing. Don't. Do you know how Allie has redacted to the comments about H? No, I don't really pay attention to them because they just don't believe what they say. And also the interview, some people have been pointing it out, like I think CDT and them have pointed it out, but for a while I was trying to say it looked like Allie was doing kind of signals to Hunter when Chris McDonough did his interview. Like even with her foot, I thought was a signal, and then when she like put her hand up once, a few people have recently started pointing that out, but I thought that all along. I'm like, she's fucking signaling him and then his fake yawning and everything. He's looking at his mom and he's trying to kill time basically with trying to figure out what to say next. Because it ain't the truth. Hey, will you let this sleep for me? I don't get meat hands on it.
Me hands.
Meat hands. Okay, I'm caught back up. I can't listen to her. And I call BS on. Yeah, me too. Me too. I had to pay $1.50 for that shit. And she tried to strike Benny, but YouTube was like, no, bitch, your copyright claims don't work for your Patreon on YouTube. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna play that shit then. Mr. Positive, thank you. I have meat hands, so I haven't been able to highlight comments because I don't want to get E. coli on my phone. Well, we may not see eye to eye on everything with this case. I respect this channel because I know what you share is exactly what has come from Don. You are transparent with everything. Betsy, thank you. Thank you for that. And that's all I'm doing. I'm not telling you guys you have to believe the bullshit I'm saying. I just don't want to bring you stuff that has been filtered through 10 different people and all of that. That's all. I'm not saying that he's being honest all of the time. 5 of my friends put $1 because we have to ask shit. Let me hands. We have to ask when he said his daughter was raped and he gave her props, you stayed silent. Sick. Well, yeah, I didn't really know what to say, you know? I still don't know what to say. That's fucked up. I mean, it is. I don't know what you people want from me sometimes. But thank you for your $5 again. The struck from Patreon. Part 1. When Summer was dancing in the rain, there was loose gym weights to her left. When Chris arrived on property, weights were gone. I wonder what happened to weights, and did Canoe go missing? Part 1. Okay, I will ask if they have that. Babe, can you remember that? Where are you? The weights in the canoe that was on the property. Where are they gone? Alright, sorry guys, I gotta wash my hands. Okay. There's people are paying you money to get their comment highlighted. Yeah, I mean, I'll answer your questions without your payment. If wait, Ahmad was being rude? I don't think any of you guys are rude. I'm sorry, I just don't think so. Chris arrived on the property almost 1.5 months after Summer went missing. Was it? Because I thought it was something like, wasn't it? I thought it was like 15 days. Like 15 or 18 days or something like that. I didn't think it was that long. Why is Don talking through you these days and no longer doing lives? He thinks it's better to not have his voice heard right now and only writing, or, you know, through Benny or me. I don't know why. I can't tell you. I can't answer that. But when he gets pissed off enough, he changes that and then ends up calling in or recording something. So I don't know. I can't explain to you that. I call BS on any CPS worker giving info. Yeah, me too. I just don't believe that, because they put so much on the line doing that if that was to be true. And they will find it out just because she's not saying a name and saying she. And then she was like, oh shit, I didn't even want to say she, but I did. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's not that hard, because again, they assign people to the case. And not only that, even if it's someone that's not assigned to the case, Hopkins County, like, they're gonna figure it out. There's how many people working there? Yeah, everyone kind of leaves Candace alone, but I've said all along, and I tell it to Don like almost every day. Because I've seen where that's why it's confusing to me. Is Grandma really talking? Is she not? Because I actually have seen like where people do have setups with Candace to try and arrest Don. But my thing is then, Candace, why haven't you? Why do you have it all arranged for somebody to call the police for you to get you out, but why haven't you? Why haven't you had him arrested yet? What stops you from doing that, Candace? What does Don have on you that could get you in trouble where you would be so afraid to have him arrested? Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to play this call one last time, and then when it's over, this live will end. But if you guys want to stick around and listen to it, you can. But I'm going to go ahead and play it before I end it.
Be completely anonymous. We're not using any names here. I don't know who you are. You called me from a unknown number, so I don't know who you are. You're a complete stranger to me. However, you have been talking to Grandma Candace for quite some time now.
Yes.
Okay, and I guess you gained her trust, right?
Yes.
And this past Wednesday night, she said to you, I should have said something when it happened. And she told you she wanted to get something off her chest, right?
Yes. We FaceTimed that night.
You FaceTimed that night. And she blocked you sometime after the FaceTime, right?
Yes. Sometime between 10:30. Well, we talked to 10:39, sometime between 10 and 12 o'clock. I got ready to tell her good night. I was blocked.
Okay. So walk me through what she told you, and then we'll sort of backtrack and we'll go into some of the things that she said prior to Wednesday night's confession. She told you how the day. So walk me through it. How did the day begin? What did she say?
She said that she had an appointment at the doctor's office, which is over by the hospital or in the hospital. She went over there that morning. Candace was taking her. Candace and Summer was going to take her to the hospital for a doctor's appointment that morning.
Uh-huh.
Well, that was over there. She went in. Her mom, Candace walked in with her mom to the hospital. Okay, then of course she had to wait. So Candace went back out. Her mom was assuming she was in the truck in the parking lot. But Hunter called her while she was sitting in the parking lot and asked her what she was doing. Hunter didn't know she was in town. So she told Hunter where she was at. Well, since it was taking so long for Grandma to be at the doctor's, Hunter wanted to go with her, asked her if she would come pick him up. Well, they went and picked her up, kind of picked Hunter up. I'm a little bit nervous, but went and picked Hunter up and went back to the hospital. At that time, Grandma was done because Grandma called and told her that she was done, so they went and picked up Grandma. Well, Grandma had to get some medicine, so they got the medicine off her, the prescription off her, and it was going to take a while. So it was hot out. So when Candace said, well, I'll just take her down here and let her swim for a little bit until the medicine's done. At that lake, which wherever they went swimming, at the pond or swimming hole. Uh-huh. Okay. After that, she swam, and I asked her, Grandma said, well, did Summer hit her head or anything on these rocks? I said, I heard people say that. She said, no, Summer did not hit her head at all. I said, oh, okay. So she said after they swam and everything, she said they got back in the truck, her, Candace, Hunter, and Summer. Well, Summer was cold, so she put on that outfit that she had in the truck for her. All right. Summer said she was not feeling good. So she reached over there was a bottle of orange pop or something in the truck. Summer reached over and took her drink.
Oh shit, I'm muted. Okay, guys, Don texts me something right now and wants me to read it. It's actually what Benny put on his video. Baby, can I see your phone for a minute? Messages, Facebook. But I'll just go ahead and read it, but it's, Benny, it's the same thing you got. Oh, shit. Okay. Now, I am just reading it. That's all. This is not my words. Okay, so to whom this may concern, and not to be mean, but it seems like it is concerning everyone, but that is okay, because all the lies are really starting to concern me and my wife also. I am here not to harass anyone. Let's get that off the table right now. I am here due to the fact that I am being harassed. I'm being bullied and attacked over nothing but lies and lies I know nothing about until someone starts questioning me upon them. Want to talk about essay? It seems to me my stepsister and Chris the Lisp like trying to catch me with my pants down. Well, that's not a good thing to say right now. But anyway, oh shit. Okay. Trying to catch me with my pants down, even if they have to use bold-faced lies to do it. What does that say about Chris? In truth, makes me sick to think about it. Mary still condones and upholds the deviant behaviors of a man who not only sexually assaulted my biological sister, but also sexually raped her. My evil stepsister is a great self-manipulator. If she truly believes this unwarranted act of abuse was anything other than just that. Moreover, don't even get me started on that bad breath lie about my biological sister. Ever apologizing to you, Mary, for being a victim of rape at the hands of your demented old man? My evil stepsister also failed to mention that my biological sister is only 1 year older than Jeannie, and her old man was around the same age as Mary, and I, if not older. Yet, Chris the Lisp McDonough failed to express these concerns and invoke the Hippocratic oath every true law enforcement would have addressed and not wavered in. This pledged must have simply been another sense of inconvenience or obstacle to hurdle before getting the power associated with the badge and gun, and ultimately illustrated Chrysalis McDonough's true professional agenda: money, badge, protection for oneself, and a way to bully innocent people. My little 5-year-old daughter has been kidnapped, and how many times has Chrysalis McDonough utilized his platform to raise money in regards to her reward? The answer is not once, and yet he is now too ready to promote and support any type of GoFundMe my evil stepsisters want to open. He has no problem aiding and abetting my evil stepsister's drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and Mary's old man sexual assault and full-blown rape upon a minor. They were even talking about how my kids would benefit from living with my evil stepsister after hearing all of this. I don't know about all of you, but I have observed more than a couple of red flags here, and I think we are getting close to a bingo chip in regards to Chrysalis McDonough and his lack of professional and personal ethics. These types of behavioral projections are even frowned upon by the worst criminals. I think he might also be getting RV fever because his mind is totally messed up. I also don't know if conversing with Chrysalis McDonough is making Mary stupider or vice versa, but they are both starting to sound as if they are on the same level. All I do know is it isn't very educational for us. Anyway, the new trash talk is that I messed up by saying Jeannie destroyed my relationship while I was in another state. The truth is, she did. She kept calling and saying that she and my family really missed me. She had me believing things might have changed in the hellhole, but it didn't. What they missed was their whipping boy. They wanted me back in order to get all the negative attention off of the negative stuff they love doing and were doing, like lying, stealing, partying, etc. I was on probation and trying to get my life together. The only mistake I made was believing her lies and returning back to the hellhole, thinking they really might have started missing and really caring about me. They didn't care because they didn't even care about oneself, and it took me years to understand that. How this got misconstrued into some retarded essay stuff, I do not know, and I do not care anymore. Excuse me. What I do care about is finding my kidnapped daughter and putting my family back together. So from here on out, please do not ask me anything about that stepfamily. I left that hellhole years ago and got my life together. My life may not seem like much, but it is a lot compared to the hellhole I lived in for way too long. Thank you for allowing me to step up and clear up another unwarranted lashing coming from the hellhole. I wish they would just leave me and my family alone. Where is love, kindness, caring? Because it was all I was ever seeking and unable to find until I married Candus and started a real family of my own. Now the same devil that destroyed my childhood family is back, trying to destroy my real family again. Leave me alone, you twisted my words, but from now on, everything I will say will be in writing where I cannot be twisted, but read by everyone for oneself to understand. Thank you again, and good night. Holy shit. So there's that. Yeah. Yeah, same thing Benny got. So Don's got bars. And yeah, well, people can still twist writing, and so, I don't know, whatever. So Don had told me he'd actually gone back to Utah when his stepsisters were calling. Now, the original story I got was because Jeannie had called Don saying she missed him and loved him, and he actually thought, from my understanding, Don, this was my understanding from our conversation, was that Don actually thought, like, maybe there could be something there, and so he rushed back to Utah or whatever. I don't know the truth of that or whatnot, but from conversations I've had, it sounded like she had told him, I love you, blah, 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 and Don has told me like that was like I think his first love or something, or they were their first loves. You all have heard it, right? So I'm not sure if that's why he went back or what. I don't know. I'm just telling you guys, you know, what I was told. So I don't really know. And so I don't know if that's why he went back or what. Yeah, so Don can't talk, but he can write. I call BS. Hey, you can call BS all you want. That's literally what he says. And he said it a million times that, you know, I don't really want to do live or record something, but I'll text it to you. And he's always told it's better to talk for himself, but he feels safer texting. Well, then he feels safer texting. I don't know what to tell you guys. Don did not write that. Are you kidding me? Don couldn't write this to save his life. That's the thing. Don is, he does text differently sometimes. And it seems to be when he is more anxious, he actually has more depth. Okay, I booted myself out. But yeah, I can see why it does look different. And there's text messages where I've even thought to myself, this is different. So, but in talking with him and seeing how he changes personas, it goes along with how he texts different too. And I have noticed that when he's more anxious or nervous or worried, that he actually articulates things a lot better, if that makes sense. Right. And so, yeah, that is a conversation Benny and I had too. Like, no one's going to believe that Don wrote this, but it's like, well, we're going to put it out because he has. And even in text messages, when I say like, you see these two different people, you guys, it shows in text too. And even the way when you're talking to him on the phone, it's almost different. Like he's not as, it's almost like he wants everyone to think I feel like he dummies himself down for everybody. He wants people to think he's dumb. I really, really think that. I think he thinks it's funny, much like I do when people think I'm just some stupid little girl. I think Don actually thinks that's hilarious, is that everyone thinks he's stupid, but he's not. Kind of like Chris Watts, if you will. I think he gets a kick out of it, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay, guys, well, it's been an hour, and Mr. Sheriff's had a very long day, so I'm going to get off of here and spend time with the hubby. But I think he's going to go live tomorrow. I'll probably do a Wells discussion to catch up on everything, maybe. I don't know. He's a good... So. All right, everybody. You were mostly kind in the chat. It was pretty good. So thank you, mods. Thank you. And thank you so much for all the super chats, guys. Oh, yeah, he did. I'm sorry. He did. He did say this morning he lost his job. You're right. Sorry. Now, I don't know how that really works, or if he could get a different job or whatever, because he's self-employed. But yeah, as of this morning, I was told he lost his job and that he was heartbroken about it. So, see, I get to talking and playing clips and then watching chat, and then I forget what I'm supposed to say or what I had in my mind to do a live about. But, you know, an hour with dealing with Wells is a lot. It's like 5 hours or 10 hours in 1 hour. So I do feel, you guys, something will be happening soon. So just have your patience and keep praying for Summer, because it feels like something is about to come forward. I feel like it feels like that. That's kind of another reason why I laid low for most of the weekend, is because I knew what was going on behind the scenes. And I knew how people were acting behind the scenes. And so I wanted to see what played out before I went live. So If anything earth-shattering happens, we will be on here to let you guys know. If he gets arrested, you guys will know. He does answer no matter how pissed off he is. He'll at least let me know if he's arrested yet or not. Thank you. Can you ask Don if he ever took the car to work before that day? He did tell me, we did ask him that before. He did say he would take it from time to time. So he does claim he has done it a few times in the past. All right, everyone. Have a good night.